This is the first pick, you know, and the Jug.
So they're going to take the Jug for themselves this time, and the Dazzle, which is a strong combo, especially in the lane. He's got the slow.
He's got the slow. He's got the heal. He's got the spin. I mean,
spin helps a lot against things like the MP combo as well.
Helps against any kind of magic.
Yeah, specifically against old Carl though. Any sort of magical immunity is going to really help you out there. But I mean, Juggernaut, he's another all-rounder. You can't really go too wrong.
No. And that's why Juggernaut's one of my favourite heroes. Though he just fits in so well. I mean, if you need him to support whatever. Oh, here's a Tusk.
The Tusk pick.
So now we're seeing, because of these first bans, we're seeing a lot more of the heroes in the meta sort of coming out.
Yeah. I'm questioning the Zeus ban. I guess that's just they didn't want to play the Invoker against the Zeus, maybe. But I think he does okay against Zeus, right?
Yeah, should be fine. Well, Zeus is a pretty strong hero at the moment.
We've got some volume getting turned up on us. Got the Dome band out.
10 seconds remaining.
Alrighty.
I mean, Doom, another hero. He's just good. He shuts down Invoker pretty much. You just Doom him every fight, right? And then you just win the fight.
Exactly. I mean, Invoker can't cast spells. He's gone.
Slider, that's a good ban because the combo with Tusk.
Yes.
You don't want to see that. Them rolling around together.
No, but seriously, Tusk with a lot of different heroes though.
Yeah, you snowball into the stun, and you pretty much just die. Yeah.
I mean,
there's no escape.
Snowball of Doom.
Chen, that's a late ban from Chen actually. He's usually more hotly contested, but obviously neither of these teams were going to pick him in the first phase, so I wonder if the ban was even necessary.
No, I don't think so. I mean, yeah, Shen's usually one of the earlier pickups, but
he does help your early game a lot.
Well, of course, he's sort of geared towards early game, I guess, and you know, getting those creeps out, getting those towers, getting that early money for the entire team.
His win rate, I believe, in this patch is something crazy, like 68%, 69%. It's up there.
Yeah.
This is on professional Dota, so he's obviously a great hero, and I believe a lot of that comes back to the jungle camps getting a lot of buffs. So which in turn makes him a stronger hero.
And, you know, over the ancients, just moving it around a bit. It's a bit more accessible now. And heroes that do play well in the jungle have, you know, they've been having a ball.
It looks like Paradigm Shift here. They've gone, you know what? We saw your draft last game, and it stomped us. You know what? We're gonna just pick it. We're gonna copy what you did.
Do what you guys did.
Yeah. We're gonna swap out. We can't play Venge. We'll play Dazzle though.
Yeah.
And then we'll copy it.
Oh, mate.
So they obviously are thinking a bit more early game this time.
Definitely seeing it.
A bit more control. You're comboing multiple stuns and slows with Juggernaut, which is always nice.
That's it too. I mean, just if you have.
That's a strong trail lane as well.
It's a very strong trail lane. All you need is a bit of slow, and like I say, with Lion's CC abilities, Juggernaut spin. I mean, Juggernaut, even if he doesn't have a spin, too, can put out quite a bit of damage if he's got his crits.
Where do you see the Tusk going? Is this a roaming support Tusk that we've seen, or I have seen him played in the offlane as well?
Tusk, I reckon you gotta get him rolling. Hey, Witch Doctor.
Nice. I love this hero.
I do.
He's fun.
He is.
Look at it go. What a hero. He's so annoying though.
What a hero.
But the cask, honestly, is one of the most annoying abilities in Dota.
It's Movie's law, of course, at the one time that you don't want it to bounce you, it'll be a max stun, and then it'll do it again.
I love the silencer pick here.
That's huge.
That's gonna, you know, really rule out a lot of Invoker's teamfight ability.
Ruffle a few feathers, I think.
I mean, heroes that use their abilities a lot, like, you know, it can stop the Witch Doctor ulti as well.
Witch Doctor ult, you know, Tusk. Even if something like they see a snowball coming in and they could manage to pop up a silence, it stops them following up.
Yeah.
And the follow up from a snowball is
the initiation can just be quelled pretty much at that point. So it's a good defensive pick. But I'm wondering, what are we seeing from the silencer? Is it offlane or what are they doing here though? I like the pick, but where are they going to put it?
Maybe it's only going to be a dual lane.
Maybe Paradigm Shift are going to run the middle jug. Maybe they just liked it so much though, why not?
Seen the light.
Still, let's run Silencer carry, because
Maybe we should clutch game. We should try this out.
we're picking up strats.
Oh, yeah.
Radiant
That
team
way.
back.
Go that way.
I mean, Invoker's good, but they don't have a huge amount of burst damage output here, which...
I'm still not really seeing which way this game's gonna slide.
10
We've
seconds
got another hero.
I mean, we've seen, obviously VVB are great players, so I'm sure they'll make anything work. Maybe they just want that early aggression with the Ogre, like...
Yes, well, I mean, you give Ogre a ring of protection and a statue, mate, and he can just go at you early game. I mean, those towers do nothing to him, to be honest.
Say 11 armor or something
Something
ridiculous.
ridiculous like that. And, you know, combine the fact that, you know, he's an intelligence hero that's huge strength gain. It's just...
So what, could it be a mid-silencer, I'm
10
wondering,
seconds
I think it's
remaining.
gonna have to be. But
against the
I mean,
Invoker?
you see Invoker, which...
That works though.
5 seconds remaining.
Actually, could be interesting.
You don't see it very often, but I could imagine it working.
Anti-mage
Reserve
ban.
time.
So, we'll see what VVB think, because
Yeah.
they're either going to ban out... Yeah, they're going to ban the offlane, so it must be the mid-silencer then. What are they going to pick? You can't...
No, they're gonna need some sort of strong offlane.
You still can't go wrong with Darkseer.
Darkseer, yeah, perhaps even... Oh, maybe... Yeah, no,
But,
Darkseer is huge.
To be honest, his wall's not that great this game.
No, yeah, no. I mean, something like Tide, maybe. They can just stop it for a while, you know. Just
Yeah,
shuts
that
down
would
stuff
that
for a
would
wee
give
while.
them a lot
10
more,
seconds
more
remaining.
team fight as well.
Mm.
Possibly Conker,
5 seconds
you know.
remaining.
he's always there, mate. He's always
Conker's,
there.
I mean, he's a niche offlane pick,
Reserve
granted,
time.
but
In terms of niche, we mean the niches of the niche.
yeah,
but it could
almost non-existent. But anything can work, you know.
work. Anything
I
can
think-
work.
I think he's almost
I was
there.
going to say Clockwork would have been a nice pick, but of course that's been banned.
Yeah, Clock's good against a couple of the heroes, Witch Doctor.
It just shuts it down a bit, you know.
They're taking a long time with
They
this.
are. Well, they've got a long time to pick as well.
They
They've got a
do.
lot of reserve time.
They've,
sitting there.
they've built all their reserve time up for this one
This
moment.
final pick. The final deliberation.
What's it gonna be? Oh, we've just had word that our one of our casters is having mic issues, so we'll see what happens there. But we might have to take you away for the first bit of the cast anyway. We'll see what happens
But
with it.
hopefully you guys can manage to stick around with us a little bit longer.
The banter is real, but the
Banter is-
casting is
I was
questionable.
going to say, questionable at best.
Where are we going here, P?
I don't know.
PS.
I mean, how surprising would it be just saying maybe a clutch Crystal Maid and pick up?
Could they Oh, now we're talking. We're talking
Niche
offlaners.
stats here, mate. Offlane Crystal Maid.
Hasn't been done. I don't think that's ever been done. I'm gonna put that out there.
It's never been done in the history.
They could be world record breakers right now.
Oh my goodness.
But
You'd see it here
10
first.
seconds
So-
remaining.
we might see something more boring. But the Undying, he works.
Dire team.
That works really well with your team actually. I like
It
that a
does,
lot.
but that means the Juggernaut's going to be pure carry for them. I mean, you're going to see a little bit of silence to build up, hopefully.
No, the silencer mids can get out of control,
You can, yeah.
but
It just depends again on the intelligence gain that he gets on the kills. I mean, he's got to be roaming, he's got to get those kills, he's got to get the intelligence up if he wants to carry at the end of the game. You know?
but I think that's why the rest of their team is built
It's-
around
yeah.
fighting.
It is.
So they
10 seconds
and they're going to
remaining.
fight. Undying is going to be a nightmare presence for them.
they've
I mean-
learned from their
5
last
seconds
game.
remaining.
They have. I mean, Snowball Initiation into Tombstone, they're going to have a bad time by the time that Snowball pops, you know?
Reserve time.
Yeah, we're going to need a bit of a carry.
Where
Yeah, I
did
was reading
that
on
come
Clinks
from?
earlier on today. I really was, wasn't I?
You're a psychic.
Like, man, maybe we've got more to this casting thing than I thought.
So what do we got? Clink safe lane, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe the offlane task.
Guessing you're going to possibly have to put Ogre offlane. He's just
Yeah.
a tanky. He probably lasts for longer.
It'll be interesting though.
Yeah,
I mean, he's
that's-
tanky, but when you're against the Jug, plus possibly two, I don't think even that amount of tank, especially because it's magical,
Yeah, that's too.
it makes it a lot harder for him. We'll just see what's happening with our casters. We'll just keep going until we get further word.
10 seconds remaining.
Alrighty.
So we're just gonna wait for the
10 seconds on. Here
game
we
to come
are.
away.
And now.
I still want to see some level 1 shenanigans. We've got to smoke.
We've got a
Oh,
couple of
both
smokes coming in.
teams.
I love it.
Prepare for battle.
Then again, there might have been shenanigans last time, but we were stuck in bottom lane mid watching that Curry
Yeah.
run last, so, you know.
Last game, it was interesting for the first couple minutes.
Technical glitch. Love it.
There was some glitches.
Slight.
You know, there's only so much we can do.
Exactly. Now, what I really want to see is just a big 5-man push at the start. It's not gonna happen,
Who's got the
but-
better level 1? I'm thinking it's BBB.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean the spin is good,
the spin is
and
good.
you've got the undying as well.
Undying
I don't know.
huge level one.
It could go either
I mean,
way.
you've got stun, silences. I mean, of course, the cast from Witch Doctor. You got the stun from, or even Ignite from Ogre Magi.
Yeah, you're always getting night level 1. I know.
Yeah,
That's like
standard. I mean,
yeah.
I generally don't level up my skill until I need to use it.
I think yeah, but I don't think there's any situation where you get the stun over the.
I think stun's got slightly more range.
Unless maybe if they're TPing, right?
Yeah,
You
there
get the
go,
stun.
there you go.
Yeah, if you had to interrupt something, maybe. But I think otherwise, you just go straight for the ignite, right?
Quite possibly.
Just gotta pause here. We've got a sweet Crystal Maiden.
See, even when
effigy
Crystal Maiden's
there.
not in the match, Crystal Maiden's in the match.
There's a strong theme here.
But do you know what's going to happen? She's going to get destroyed. That effigy has to die.
PS,
guys, we've got
PS are
enough.
gonna take out their rage from last game on that effigy.
Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Now, just to say, we don't have anything against Crystal Maiden per se.
I do.
Oh.
She she stole my dog.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Oh, she did too. That small snow pup. It was actually originally Mads' dog.
Fluffy.
Yeah, one day she just kind of reached out of the computer and just grabbed it. So, terrible
I
thing.
never saw him again.
Everyone is scared of
My
Undying.
mum said something about a car.
He is
but I knew
huge
she was
team
lying.
fight, and he is hard to deal
It was
with.
Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's disconnected right now, so not as threatening as usual.
We're good, we
but
got the
will be once he
casters.
gets back.
Alright, we'll pass
And,
you
you
over
see
to
the
Wandering Bear
silencer
and
over
Understudy,
here
they
with
can
the
take it
paws
away
out the
from
way.
us.
Awesome,
Looking
thanks,
very
guys.
strong. Obviously, bringing that global silence to the fight, and with his new changes, potentially a decent amount of damage too. We have seen recently in Starladder, Silencer played as kind of a early game support to kind of mid game carry in a way. To sort of get the team through an earlier or rougher stage, comboing that with a Veil to just put out a massive amount of damage. We do see not really a lot to support the Silencer on the magic damage there from Veil, so potentially not such a good choice, but and if he was on the other team, it'd be a great choice with Invoker. We see the Dazzle there too, able to reduce a lot of their armor, potentially going for a big combo with the Juggernaut ulti and Dazzle. Lion, just a
Okay,
very,
they
very
can't
safe
hear
pick.
us.
Sing your praises.
They can't hear us? They should
Apparently
be
they
able to
can't hear us. I can hear you.
The microphone's definitely working.
Yeah, okay, I can hear you. They can't hear us on the cast though.
Are they in the right channel? Nice penis drill
30
there from
seconds to battle.
VVB. As everyone moves into the jungle. Maybe some minor technical issues.
Oh, we've got big gangs happening. Go down, go down.
Big fights, big fights. Here we go. They're putting down their wards, getting ready to come in. Juggernaut and Lion definitely trapped between a rock and another rock. Just Tusk wanders in, throws out ice there.
I can't get out of this task.
And we have a high quality invoker who is just the word error. Maybe just disconnect, reconnect.
Okay, we'll try casting from the co-caster. And we'll see what audio comes through.
I can hear you.
Okay, and then you could hear you, so we were good.
Okay, so we're all good. Alright. Minor issues there with the technical setup. Still getting used to the Dota TV. We see the Invoker versus the Silencer matchup. As we move down, seeing the Ogre chasing this Dazzle in, but Silencer having none of that. And we have the Silencer mid versus the Invoker. Potentially a very strong hero. Of course, Invoker not wanting to cast a lot of spells, and the Silencer saying, no spells for you. But Dazzle moving away now from his Silencer, potentially walking up into this very, very keen Ogre looking for a fight. But we'll just have to see how that does go for them. Down on bot, we just see the classic set of trades. We have a farming task by the looks of it in tandem with the Witch Doctor. Whilst on the top lane, we see Clinks just having a nice solo against Undying. Very tough lane for him, but if Clinks can make it to 6, he will be able to get that ulti and then become a significantly bigger threat, obviously able to just whip off into the jungle and take quick camps there.
Yeah, Clinks is very scary if he can get that Orchid up. That's one way to deal with that Undying. And the Dazzle. And it's good that he's getting that solid amount of farm.
But we see a quick team fight coming down here. Jug having to salve himself as he runs away. Whilst Tusk and Witch Doctor still on very low health. Witch Doctor putting up his healing ward, but we see the Ogre coming in from the side. And eventually deciding to back out once again. TP's coming in though, and this could be a big turn. Dazzle though, not really able to make that big turn.
Dazzle showing himself in the jungle.
Yep. Fortunate scenario there. Ogre moving down to secure the bottom rune. Is Silencer going to look to secure that top rune? He does get the invisibility. And Silencer moves to secure the top rune, putting the Invoker out a little bit of gold. But with a great push there in from Silencer to put him in an awkward place where he doesn't want to lose the experience. Ogre coming in now though, looking to probably get those big stuns on the Silencer. And he's going uphill. This could be a very awkward scenario. Throws down the Ignite for that slow along with a Cold Snap. He's putting in his spells, but it's not going to be enough, and Silencer goes down in the middle, giving Ogre Magi the first, well, the second kill, in fact, of the game. And
yeah,
in fact, yeah, he was involved in the first kill too, with the first one going to the Witch Doctor. So that's a great start for him. Ogre Magi having literally infinite armor, which is just very strong for these kinds of ganks, especially against a Silencer.
Yeah. And it's very scary to see Invoker pushing in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, getting that early gold as well, that's a very awkward scenario. But going down to the bot lane there, we see some nice little trades. How are we sitting though? A very high net worth for the Invoker there. Clanks and Ogre Magi having a very great thing too. Jug, not the greatest net worth right now. In fact, if we look at his last hits and denies, see there, but back in middle, Invoker's diving. It might not pay off for him though. He's on very low health now and not able to get the kill on the Silencer, who just goes back to last hitting. Meanwhile, Radiant side, moving through the jungle, looking to get a smoke gank on the already very weak Invoker.
Invoker's moving away. This is unfortunate.
Yep, he moves away up towards a nice safe place over there where he can stay.
He's just set himself a salve. He's going to be coming back down.
Yep.
But the Radiant's already rotated away.
Yep, they've seen that they can't really get that. And unfortunately, I'm guessing that this ward here probably saw them when they smoked up.
And we see that Undying up top. He's currently on 0 CS.
Yeah, I mean that's a very poor situation for an Undying, someone who should really be able to be doing relatively well in this lane, but without a lot of support from his team, it's probably very difficult to get in there without taking a significant amount of damage, just throwing down the occasional decay.
So there's a fight down bottom.
Yep, there is. Tusk looking to move in with his Q shards there, but unable to do so. Yeah. But the Witch Doctor coming around from behind with the illusions, seeing if he can get anything there, scaring Juggernaut off, and Lion just auto-attacking him down, unfortunately.
Yeah, VVB is very quickly pushing this game in the same direction it went last time.
Absolutely, and I mean Paradigm Shift probably feeling very awkward after that last game. Maybe not feeling too good. Ogre Magi and Witch Doctor coming in here with a smoke. Ogre probably opening up there. Yep, here we go. We see the Ignite Cold Snap combo there, very strong. And just an easy kill there once again. Going to the Ogre Magi. I mean, VVB really enjoying their carries there on supports. Seeing a carry maiden last game and carry Ogre this time.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see. We have some rotations. Snowball,
an amazing snowball to dodge the Earth Spike there, but the Hex coming out, and this could very well be a dead Tusk. Dazzle.
Excellent ice shards.
Yeah, beautiful ice shards.
And then we have big rotations coming in
rotates in with a very fed Ogre, potentially bringing this back in. Lion looking at a very awkward scenario as the Sunstrike comes down, and Ogre giving him some wax. 1 wax, 2 wax, 3 wax, and he's dead. Oh, that's a very tough scenario for Paradigm Shift again. We see the same scenario we saw in the last game. In fact, they were trying to get these ganks off. They had them in really good positions, but they just didn't quite work out. And then rotations from VVB turned them into a very threatening scenario, bringing this to an 0-5 game. We see a TP coming in on top here. Potentially Dazzle looking to do something. Undying just a little bit too low, getting a quick soul rip there to top himself off. As the map basically seems to be belonging to the VVB at this stage, double damage ring coming in.
So this is very quickly going the way of BBB. We may see a repeat of last game. Hopefully it's a bit more interesting. What sort of moves or plays can PS bring in to switch this game up?
Well, I mean, PS are in a very awkward scenario. If we switch to their vision, which we can't... Well, if we look at their vision, we see they've got a ward here about to expire. No wards along this area, so just a very difficult space. I mean, moving into this darkness here is very frightening against such an aggressive team. We do see them doing so as they move around here, but quickly on bot we see the Jug just escaping out with a quick spin. Paradigm Shift, move around, see if they can get these ganks coming out of smoke. The Lion puts down the Hex. Dazzle thrown in his Q, but Clink's able to just push him away. The sentry ward goes down, but can they make any good use of it? Able to kill a courier? They get a courier kill, which is definitely a big turn there, but Clink's not able to do much. But they're going to dive, they're ready to go. The Lion is very keen, taking a couple of tower hits and a couple of hits from Clink's there too, but not able to ultimately convert that into anything of note. We see that Witch Doctor and Ogre coming back around down here to the Tusk, where they're going to be pushing, and Tusk looking in an excellent situation. Got his phase boots, his orb and his wand there, and just very happily farming away on the safe lane, which isn't something you often see. The Radiant safe lane, that is. Definitely not something you often see.
Yeah, so they put their effort into that game, which they didn't receive, and they sacrificed the Invoker farm and the Tusk farm for nothing.
It's really not paid off for them. I mean, the Clinks are still happily safe farming. We see second in net worth just behind the Invoker, who's had ganks and got that tasty delicious assist gold. And we see also the they may be moving in for an Invoker gank here, and he's entirely silenced, but unfortunately the miss uphill is painful, and Lion not able to get in there fast enough with any kind of CC to close this out. But as we were saying before, as they take this bottom tower, VVB with just an excellent control over the entire map. They've got these great wards here in the river, able to see a lot of space. They're taking these towers, once again, early towers from them, which opens up this entire Radiant jungle for them to essentially safely farm, because they can just push these creeps back and have great vision. And conversely, Paradigm Shift only have one ward here, a little bit of a sad ward, not doing a whole lot for them right now, and they just can't really move in to get any kind of damage out. Invoker moving up here, looking to take this tower as well, as we see VVB rotating around. Two supports slightly out of position, but they quickly moved back. Tusk though, with some big ice guards catching them, seeing the Lion, he's going to go down very quickly. 2 Ogre Magi once again, this masterful Ogre Magi kills. Throwing a quick ignite in there, potentially hoping to see a cold snap from the Invoker too. And there it is, the cold snap from the Invoker triggering with the ignite. As the Sunstrike comes down, a quick shallow grave to keep him alive, but I don't think it'll be enough here as VVB just dive under the tower and clean up, regardless of any TPs that could potentially come in. We see 3 of them go down in a very sad situation.
It was unfortunate. Silencer didn't have mana for ulti, and that could have been the fight turner. That would have given Undying time to teleport in, and he is a big team fight.
Yep, definitely, but Tusk may be dying to creeps there, put it back out, and Invoker taking that middle tower, opening up even more space for them to control, with these very aggressive ward placements from VVB. Undying, getting caught by a cold snap, we see just how much damage that Invoker is doing.
This Invoker might be going down.
Can Jug put an ulti down on him though?
He doesn't even need to.
Able to get a quick hit. And a big kill on that Invoker for 383 gold going to the primary carry there, Juggernaut, as he proceeds to farm nicely there, but again, we see VVB just spreading out across the map and taking it as Clinks manages to pop the top tower, continues to push in, and our Ogre Magi grabbing an Arcane Room, which could be very threatening with already such low cooldown and high cost CCs able to throw out. VVB though now looking to make a push into the middle tower, sort of PS rather, looking to make a push into the middle tower as VVB kind of mills around.
Radiant's top
Yeah.
tower is under
So
attack.
they're scared. They're going to the 5-man. They want to do something.
Structures are fortified.
Yep, I mean they've got the 4 people here, 5 people here even.
Yellow's starting here, but there we go. Undying Tombstone.
Yep,
Oh no, where's the Grave Dazzle?
no grave, and
The
Clink's
Tombstone doesn't seem to be lasting long.
just able to quietly rat up in the top there.
But this Juggernaut does damage, but that Witch Doctor ulti is doing so much work.
Yep, 100%. We see that Witch Doctor ulti showing just how strong it is in a team fight. And with so many kills going on too for VVB, you could potentially be seeing an eggs coming out from him soon. Tusk snowballing onto the line, and that's going to be another kill for them.
And they
Clinks-
lost top tower.
Yep, and Clink's just quietly continuing to farm. I mean, with a net worth of 6.5k, almost triple that of Juggernaut, so very difficult for them to deal with.
They do have a lot of damage coming out, so when Juggernaut gets in there, he is doing work. And if they're a
Yeah.
little bit more coordination, there is some strong initiation, that's what they're lacking. And I think that's where they're falling apart.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, we're seeing the same situation as we saw last game, aren't we? Where the dire side, very aggressive, excellent rotations, very aware of where they are, great ward coverage, and now able to just basically control the map with a huge lead. In fact, looking over at the net worth there, we see that every single member of the dire side has a higher net worth than the Radiant side. And once again, around about this 10 to 15 minute mark, we're moving towards a 15k net worth loss. Which is difficult. Clinks, obviously, with so much free farm, able to solo kill a
mid hero.
silencer there with no issues whatsoever.
And he's got his Deso. So he's saying, look, you guys can deal with the other team. I'm just going to take towers.
Absolutely, and Clink's an ideal hero to do that. Able to perfectly rat with his built-in stealth and a lot of attack speed boost from his strafe. Able to just quickly eat down towers. Even if losing a team fight, if they get a tower, it's definitely something they can do. And so far, VVB not losing a lot of team fights.
Yeah, VVB is not messing around. They've got an aggressive ward over here, and they're already pushing on bot lane. We're faster closing. 5 towers down.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, this is the beauty of VVB's play and what we've seen in their last game too. Very, very aggressive drafts with very, very aggressive ward placement.
And here we
it's
go.
Fantastic work. Absolutely, and now they're coming here on the Juggernaut, Tusk going down, but with those Shallow Grave on them.
Big dazzle damage.
Turning on the Grave and the ulti and actually getting a kill. Able to turn this team fight as Witch Doctor TP's out and Boca walks away. Probably and most likely able to take use of a nice ghost walk there, quickly cycloning up the Undying as he actually turns and looks to potentially fight this Dazzle. Gets the kill, but does he get out? And he does not get out. Unfortunately, Lion able to finish him off with a quick hit. The Forge Spirit's chasing back and looking to get a kill on the Lion. And meanwhile, Klink's taking half the HP off of the mid tower. A very awkward situation for Paradigm Shift, but definitely a better look for them, getting a couple kills and being able to push him off the tower. It was a great fight, and we can really see the strength of Undying when he does come to these fights. Yeah, so now the Dazzle picking up more wards and a smoke too. Excellent tactic here when you're behind by so much. They've got decent ward coverage, but now they need to get an aggressive ward into the opponent's jungle and get a really solid gank on them when they're in an awkward out-of-position scenario. Flinks, however, skulking around in the jungle, maybe looking in to go and see if he can get any solo kills, stealing their jungle too, just eating those birds like we talked about earlier.
Yeah, safely doing it too with that ward there. He can see 3 of the Radiant heroes.
Yep, it's a fantastic ward position and it's giving him a great amount of movement. And now he sees the Undying. Is he looking to go in?
No, he's not.
Let's him
He's
go.
ahead, but he's not cocky.
Yeah, that's perfect too.
Oh, there we go. They've found it.
Yep, they de-ward
That's
the
good.
aggressive, which is great.
This is what they want. They need to get control of their jungle back, but they've got one more down here. And I don't think they're going to find that one.
No, probably not. Although the ward that's recently been placed, probably seen by the enemy ward, and it was. As they move it out, we see a fight in the middle opening up though. Undying taking a huge amount of damage from these Forged Spirits, but able to as quick as soul rip himself back up to a decent amount of HP and walk away. Forcing this engage. But Clink's coming around, probably looking to get the snipe on that Undying if he can. He's floating around the back, and they're in an awkward position as they come in for a pincer movement. Clink's dropping out a straight and doing huge damage. 2 hits on the tank, 3 hits on the silencer. And now we see him coming down. He's got a double damage even, I think. No, just slowed?
No.
Just slowed. No double
That's just
damage.
Desolator plus his physical.
And his ulti up too, giving him a nice little chunk of damage there. We see as it expires, giving him around about 40 damage from that bird.
Middle tower is under attack.
As VVB say, well, you're really not leaving anywhere from your towers, and we're going to be eating them now. As Clinks takes down the tower, while his team proceeds to farm the Radiant jungle once again. This very, very aggressive game from VVB, as they really close in and capitalize on the potential psychological damage they did in the last game. We see VVB's hopes slowly being closed out as the net worth graph climbs further and further out of their league. Clinks, in fact, actually tripling their worth on everyone except Juggernaut. Is a huge threat with that Desolator and able to just push so
So I
strongly.
say this is smoke coming out.
Yep, here we see the smoke, and with the actual vision in their own jungle, they are able to push through and potentially get someone here. Looks like VVB's going to be backing away though. Their carry's sitting in the lane in a nice safe place while their supports farm the jungle. A great opportunity for the supports to get some farm, but also it provides a great buffer against this smoke to stop their carries getting caught out. See Invoker farming away here, but they're probably going to get caught out by the Ogre. No, in fact, they actually just rotate entirely around.
They're looping around.
They're going for
they're going for the
Roshan.
Roshan?
No, they're checking the Roshan. Alright, and they start to back away. Clinks obviously is BKB here. As they
Here
come
we go,
around,
smoke pops.
smoke drops, and they see the Ogre, they see the Invoker, and they see there.
Silence comes out.
Tombstone down as
is
well.
down.
This could be a really big win for them. And the Witch Doctor goes down. The Invoker goes down. We see Clinks coming in from behind, but can he really do anything? Possibly the Lion dying, a Soul Rip, and a Shallow Grave to save him. But they're coming in fast now. Clinks just opening up and ripping holes in their PS. But the quick Earth Strike from Lion stopping Clinks briefly. Juggernaut still not able to do anything as Invoker starts to throw down some huge damage and deafening blasts, dropping the Tombstone, and in dying, unfortunately, going to be the last in a long line of slaughter. Silencer runs with an entire creep wave to try and get a TP scroll off. And I think he's going to make it. Able to make it out.
Yeah, so again, they're bringing the ganks. That was a good gank. It was a solid gank. They dropped some targets, and then the rest of the team showed up. Really,
Absolutely. I mean, we saw the Witch Doctor go down incredibly fast.
VVB has excellent rotations.
Yeah, and they were just so well in position. It's such a difficult fight to take. I mean, you're looking at fighting into a Tusk Sigil, which is slowing down all of your attacks. You're fighting into a Witch Doctor who's giving you mini stuns. You're fighting into an Ogre who's giving you real stuns, and an Invoker with Igniting Blasts, Tornadoes. I mean, it's a difficult fight, and it's very difficult to pick a target when you go in. But back is 5 now as they sit behind this tower. This was their lucky tower last time. They were able to take a fight here. And they take it again as Dazzle takes a Sunstrike to his face. But they cannot, in fact, defend here as the tower goes down once again. And Clinks just saying, no towers for you, as he just shreds the armor of them further and further with that Desolator. And once again, we see this relatively tried and true tactic here of the supports going in. Standing as kind of a buffer towards the carries there to stop any smokes or any untowardness. Something that's worked really well for them, and we saw it working really well in that smoke gank there. As they move in with both the Forged Spirits reducing the armor of Roshan and the Desolator, they're just going to chew it up. And Paradigm Shift really not able to do a lot about it, having to sit in their base, play defensively, as we see that they only really have one ward left up versus VVB with wards all through that jungle.
So Clinks has got his BKB, he's got an Aegis, and he's got that Deso.
Dire's top tower is
They are
under
hungry
attack.
for that high ground. Bit slower than last game.
Yep, yeah, definitely slightly slower. I mean, Clinks spent a lot of time this game fighting just towers and creeps by himself, getting a huge net worth up to 11k now. Something that it's huge. Here's a massive.
Another smoke coming out. Ogre gets caught, Ulti comes out.
There we go. And there's a
Hex
silence
comes through.
Hex.
That's a good kill. That's good.
Definitely. I mean, we now have no Omni Slash though.
They're behind. Big
Towers,
rotation.
Tusk throwing them up too, and the untying Tombstone goes down, but Clinks is having none of that. Jug trying to TP out as Yules goes down into a nice tidy rock there, but still not able to get away as Clinks just absolutely shreds him. No magic damage and spin, but you don't need it when you have the Clinks that just hits for 3/4 of your health.
Now they're going to take middle.
Yeah, that's all they need to take middle, and Invoker even sending Forge Spirit bot to reduce the armor there preparatively as the creeps come up. And they are probably going to get 2 towers here. I mean, I can't see them not being able to.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, they can fight them base. They still have Aegis up.
Radiant's
Yep, and I mean,
middle
this is
barracks have
a very, very scary composition.
fallen. Middle barracks are under attack.
With the Invoker, Forge Spirits, the Desolator on Clinks, like huge armor reductions on single targets, huge amounts of damage coming out. Look, we see the Witch Doctor, Hugo's in there bouncing about. He gets taken down by the
Yeah, the
Radiant towers.
overextension.
slight overextension when none of his carries are there, but I mean, doesn't really bother them. But VVB now backing out, not having a Witch Doctor, they're not quite as comfortable. Also not having that tusk there. They're getting over the high ground, and Invoker's in a very awkward position, and the Clinks is on incredibly low HP. How would take him down, but it's just going to pop an Aegis, and he's still got a BKB when he comes out of that. Invoker's starting to throw down a little bit as they hit the thing, but they're happy to pop the Aegis and back away, hoping to hold at that high ground. And they have delayed it. I mean, they've delayed one tower at this stage. It's a very awkward position with no Witch Doctor and no Tusk there to help them with the initiation or any kind of CC.
I felt like that fight could have gone quite a lot better. I feel like the Juggernaut needed to commit. That Invoker could have gone down if they really had a target caller and hit him hard.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, but when you've been beaten so heavily like this, it's very easy in the heat of the game to make these kind of mistakes. Especially when you've probably not got Omni Slash on cooldown, and after getting the Ogre, they still dominated you. It must be very difficult to make these kind of calls. We see the Witch Doctor, I think, has the Boots of Travel there. Quickly coming into the fight to keep the push up, Meatball and Sunstrike going down as we see both nearly, Silencer nearly die. Invoker gets jumped on, but Clinks appears, pops his PKB, rips some people apart. Everyone going down. We'll see this being bot tower 2 now, I think.
Juggernaut flies back. Shallow Grey Doctor, it's GG.
Yep, GG.
He is lose game 2, best of 3. Well played, VVB. Moving on to the next round.
Yep. Well, I mean, yeah. That's the end of TS. Great fight. Pass back to the analysis desk to talk about that. And we'll see you guys for the next matchup later in the night.
Back. It was another quickie.
It was another quickie.
I mean, is this Dota? It takes me back to CR4, really.
Yeah, it does. I mean,
I didn't know Deathball was still a thing, but apparently so.
It is. I mean, they did well, but unfortunately, it's just PvP is just too good a team. It really comes down to that. I mean, we did see some good stuff from both teams, but at the end of the day,
We saw more good stuff out of
more good stuff from
VVD
PvP.
and
Yeah.
less out of PS.
Yeah, it's just stuff like, teleporting, rotating, reacting quicker to the ganks.
Yeah, that was a big one. We had a lot of early movement from especially the Ogre in the early game, and we didn't really see any sort of reactions from Paradigm Shift.
They seem quite happy to just sit in their lanes and just play it. Like with the Ogre sitting in their jungle, harassing their middle lane quite early in the game. He's only level 1 sitting up there in the forest. It's just stuff like that.
I mean, the Dazzle didn't move.
No.
Like, I think there were a couple ganks there early that could have been saved if the
Yeah.
Dazzle had a TP'd, dropped a shallow grave,
Yeah,
and then
that's
just,
it. I mean, I
just
think it's
moonwalk out of there.
just
But
a bit more presence on the map, just a bit more reaction,
yeah,
and that would have been a different story.
so the Tusk off lane, he was with the Witch Doctor,
Yeah,
so he was having the time of his life.
yeah.
He was matching last hit for last hit with the safe lane Juggernaut, who had a tri lane, mind
Exactly. Tri lane, safe lane, and the off lane is equaling them in farm. I mean,
you. Yeah, they were
it's a
losing every
recipe right
lane,
there
I
for
think.
disaster.
I think this, yeah, as soon as the Silencer got ganked, they were losing every lane. Like, I think he was trading evenly okay at the start,
He
but
was that gank, the invisible rune by Ogre and
Yeah.
Invoker.
I mean, that's something you can't really play around. Maybe
No,
if they
I
had
mean-
some vision down there.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know
their-
what, but
Their ward game was okay. Top lane again, the Undying against the Clinks.
Yeah, Clinks
He's
was
never
a
going to have a
monster.
fun time.
no.
I would have rather seen the tri lane with the Jug go against the Clinks rather than just leave the Undying there.
Yeah.
Because the Undying would do okay against the Tusk, right?
Yeah,
There's
that's the
two
thing.
melee,
Like-
but he can't even go up to the creep wave,
No.
or else you get shot by a flaming arrow in the face.
Flaming arrows, and they hurt. They do a lot of damage.
I mean, I've been on the opposite end of that, and it's frustrating. Like, you need your team to help you out in some way, because otherwise you're just sapping XP, and the Clinks doesn't care really at that point. He's like, sweet, if you're going to stay over there, I'll just keep getting perfect,
he doesn't care.
farm.
He's getting his farm, he's getting his XP, do what you want. I mean, you can't deny him, you can't get close.
I mean, it showed like how quickly you got that Desolator.
Yeah.
I think that was just after the 10-minute mark.
Probably even quicker than that, to be
It
honest.
was-
But then
it was
after that,
very
it was
early.
just two-hitting the team, you know. The poor supports, I mean, seriously, those flaming arrows, mate.
And that there was a lot of fights where the paradigm shift would initiate okay,
Yeah.
and they might get the jump, but there was a couple of smokes, and then after that, they just had no follow-up. The Clinks would come in.
Yeah, exactly that. They got some good ganks off. They did some good work, but there's no follow-through. That's something that maybe they need to look at, especially that team fight down bottom. There was a really good smoke in. They got a couple of kills.
I think, who did they initiate on that? Was that the Invoker?
The Invoker did die. He brought back.
Yes.
And teleported back in. That was part of it. So we definitely got some good kills there. They definitely won the initial gank, but then they sort of weren't quite sure what to do after
It
that.
looks like there was some confusion.
I know.
going on
They
back
just
there.
looked like a little bit of a confused
And then the
team.
Clinks
dropped in.
wasn't there, and he came in afterwards.
The Clinks
and
came
just
in afterwards.
clean
the
shot.
Invoker brought back. And essentially that's
Because they dropped the silence early, obviously, to secure the kill.
Yeah.
And I think that's how a lot of the fights went. They would win early when they had the silence up and the tombstone.
Yeah.
And it was really good what I saw from the Clinks. Pretty much every fight, he was using his attacks pretty much directly on the tombstone,
on the tombstone.
and getting that out of the way. A lot of teams don't prioritize that.
and that's a problem.
And
Their tombstone is huge.
Yeah, I mean, he probably was underleveled as well, the Undying, so it wasn't as big of a threat at that point. But I think, like, pre-10 minutes, they didn't do enough to secure their lanes and to... like I said before, I would have liked to see the tri-lane go an aggressive tri-lane and see how VVB reacts to that. Because they might just switch the lanes. Because what you need to do is pressure Clinks, because he does do a lot of damage. But
he does, and he does roll out of control, as we saw. I mean, especially when he's getting free farm. I can't believe they just didn't do anything about it.
Yeah, when you're getting free farm on your safe lane Clinks, and then your safe laner is only trading evenly.
Yeah, trading even. I mean, come on, your off lane is trading evenly with their safe lane, tri lane carry. I mean, and
so,
then,
they had they're three heroes, they're three cores, because Tusk was playing as a core that game.
Yeah.
He wasn't just your standard utility off lane. I think he went phase boots. I think he had an Ags at the end just because he was, balling out of control and he was so rich at that point. So it didn't really matter, but, I think they needed to change something up. I think they needed to realise that
I don't
it
think they
wasn't
realised
work.
it wasn't working
Yeah.
until too late, and that's the problem.
I like the Ogre rotations as well.
Yeah.
I think
Ogre's
that
playing
secured
awesome,
them the first. I think he had a killing spree in a couple minutes.
Okay, apparently we've got told the next up game that we have in about half an hour is going to be Serious Clowns versus TBA. Or to be announced. It actually got me a little bit. To be announced is the actual team name.
Yeah, they have a team, and that's their name. So that's the next game. What time are we starting that one?
It's
in
half
about
an hour, so it's going to be
in about half an hour.
25 minutes from now. We'll be having another game out. We will be streaming this one.
So with that last game, we have VVB going on to the semi-finals, I believe, of the playoff stage, and then so Serious Clowns versus TBA coming up next. And I think they're in the sort of the bottom bracket. I don't know if we can maybe pull up the.
Yeah, we can.
Here we go. Yeah, so the winner of Serious Clowns and TBA doesn't verse VBA. They'll be versing one of the other two teams down the bottom there.
For an X+4. So
it won't be till the grand final that we see either of these four teams meeting up again.
Yeah. So still got a wee way to go on this tournament yet, but it's just the beginnings. Hopefully this next one we'll see a bit more of an even matchup. I mean, let's be honest, it's a little bit one-sided.
A little bit one-sided, I think.
Yeah.
I think as we get through the playoffs, we'll see.
It's definitely going to tighten up, and we're going to see a bit more even games.
And
I mean, hats off to them for PS to actually get in this and actually play.
yeah, well done to Paradigm Shift to come this far. hopefully see them in a few more of these tournaments coming up.
And hopefully they're going to verse Clutch Gaming themselves.
Yeah.
Nice, eh? Would love to versus.
Versing the champs.
Chances.
So, but with a team like Serious Clowns, you know, you can expect some fun. I want to see some level 1 shenanigans.
Oh, I love shenanigans.
I want to see smokes. I want to see maybe Roche tips.
Maybe level 1 Roche. Hey,
When's the last time you saw a level 1 Roche? It's been a long time. I want Ursa Wraith King.
Ursa Wraith King. Brings back memories of my pub days.
Alright, so we'll be back with that game in roughly...
we're going to take a bit of a break.
Roughly 20 minutes, so we'll come back slightly before that. And
have a bit of pre-game banter.
You know it, we'll be here. And we'll still have the casters of Wandering Bear and the Understudy, who did a great job as well.
Yes.
And we'll give them a shout out there as well. So, yeah, we'll see you then.
Alright, guys.
Okay.
I want to start talking already. Hurry up, Eden.
I've got so much to say. It was a fun game to watch, especially the first one. There was so much action.
We were way too greedy.
Yeah.
Way too greedy.
Alright, I've got the hand in the air. Alright, we're on. We're back. And we've got something special for you guys now. We've got the captains of both teams, VVB captain Julian and Paradigm Shift Kyle. How you guys going?
Good, thanks, mate.
Yeah, alright.
Going well, going well. Alright, so we just had two games. Arguably both of them in huge favour to VBB.
Yeah.
First, we'll go to Julian first, captain of VBB.
Yeah.
So, what was sort of? Did you have a game plan, especially in the draft phase? Like, was there anything you were going for, or were you just going for sort of like heroes you're used to and you're good at playing?
It's kind of a combination. Like, we always want to play heroes that we're strong at, but then again, we always try to have a good synchronicity between the draft.
Yeah. Was there anything like that you didn't want to play against, or you just sort of like banned out instantly that you hate playing against all the time, or?
Oh, well, yeah, Spirit Breaker, just because he's a bit of an annoying hero.
It's a Clutch Gaming special right there. We love our Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, he's so annoying.
Yeah, if you play against us, just please let Spirit Breaker through at least the first ban phase. That would be great. And we'll send the same question over to Kyle. What were your thoughts in the pick phase? I do want to mention, I've gone on about it, but the first pick, Crystal Maiden.
The first pick, Crystal Maiden, yes.
It was a bit premeditated, the Crystal Maiden at least. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't feel like we're exactly the best at drafting, but we were trying to pick comfort-ish heroes, I guess, for ourselves.
Yeah.
It sort of ended up falling into being a bit greedy, of course, but yeah. I mean,
we saw you had some massive team fight potential, though.
Yeah. We just never got to use it, I guess.
Yeah.
We just got shut down so
I
early.
think with that sort of draft, you just need to sort of struggle through the first, like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. If you can get through there and then ball up as 5, you're doing okay. So, I don't know. I think that's what you kind of had to, but, like, the lanes sort of didn't go your way, unfortunately, right?
Bristleback was the one hero we did not want to play against in that offlane.
Did you expect that going in?
Kind of. I wanted to ban the Bristleback, but then a few more people wanted to ban Broodmother, which I'm not sure. It would have, it wouldn't have been fun as well. But yeah, so we only banned one, and Bristleback got through. So
that's the thing, though. I mean, there's 100 heroes and only 5 bans.
You can't ban them all.
Yeah.
No.
I guess you guys may have had a worse time against Broodmother possibly because you didn't have a lot of like heroes that could deal with the spiderlings.
Yeah.
But would VVB go with the Broodmother? What do you reckon of that?
Oh, would we have picked it?
Yeah.
I don't know really about that. Our offlane player he's not too keen on like the micro heroes, on a lot of comments.
He's sort of like me. I play offlane for Clutch Gaming, and anything with more than 2 units to control, I get a bit iffy on. So, Lone Druid maybe. Anything else is questionable. Have you guys played any corrupted cup tournaments before, or?
I think so. I don't know if I can recall correctly which one, but I'm sure we've had a bit of participation in the past. And
so, the question to both guys is how long has your teams been together? Is this a new thing you've just set up for fun?
Well, I know our team, we've been operating since at least May or June of last year, so it's 7 months coming up to now or something.
That's decent.
And same question again?
I guess we're just friends that decided to just play.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, we definitely know that feeling.
We don't. I think most of us are friends through like school and stuff, and we all just decided to enter it.
Just love the game of Dota.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see you in like another tournament.
Hopefully,
you'll probably be a good match for us, honestly.
It'll be a good match for us.
BBB, maybe not. Well, I think we need a bit more practice before we quite get there. And like, how long have you guys been playing Dota?
Maybe 2.5 years.
Yeah. I've been playing since the Frozen Throne days, so that's like 8 years or 9 years. I don't know. I've stopped counting after a certain number.
Oh, damn.
Oh, jeez.
And you never sort of got into the so this is the highest sort of level you've got in terms of playing and teams and leagues and.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've tried to be competitive before, but it's hard for a lot of teams to stay together, and so after just having enough of that stuff, I decided to put myself in a bit of responsibility to keep one going, and it's been working out well.
Nice. Well, as long as you guys are having fun, that's what we're all here for.
Well, that's it. No, that's why we're here to play Dota. We're having a bit of fun.
All right, guys. We've got the next game coming up in a couple minutes, so we'll leave you there, and hopefully you guys will stick around and watch that.
Yeah, cool.
And maybe see your next competition for BBB anyway.
Yeah.
Get some insight. All right, guys.
Thanks
All right,
very much
thanks very
for
much.
coming along.
Thank you.
And hopefully see you around.
Good to talk to you. All right, see you
Yeah.
later.
See you later.
User disconnected from your channel. User
The next
left your
game,
channel.
2 minutes. Coming up in a couple minutes.
Excellent.
So we've got
TBA
TBA is MIA.
Oh my god.
You like that one? You like that one?
What gave that away?
Serious clowns are in the building though.
Oh dear, the quality of the stream now for those two left.
User was moved out of your channel.
Hashtag production value. I hope you guys like this, by the way. This setup we've got here. The blind poster combo.
Yeah,
I think it works well.
fantastic. I think it works well.
And the Pikachu hat.
Because everyone knows they want to be the very best.
Like no one ever was.
Yeah.
I think I might put that on later. If the night gets to that stage, you know, where the Pikachu hat needs to come out. Alright, so do we think we'll see more of the same here?
I don't know, man. We've got two completely different teams right now. We don't even know how well they're going to match.
Hopefully a little bit more even. Like
Yeah.
Paradigm Shift played well, but I think they were a little bit outmatched by VBB.
Yeah.
They played a fantastic game, both games actually.
Exactly. And their drafting was good. They went. They're drafting the second game. They're drafting the first game. I think they went a little bit too gready.
I think they learned from that
think they
though.
did
The
learn
second
from
game
that,
draft
they
was
definitely
much better.
And
for sure.
no, in their second game, they did some really good stuff. I enjoyed it. I loved the way they were ganking a bit more. Loved all that sort of stuff. But it's just, just think they need to work a little bit more on reaction, and they'll be a team to watch out for.
Yeah, we'll hopefully see them back next time that the Australian Dota 2 Premiership comes around.
Yeah.
Semi-pro.
Semi-pro.
Maybe we'll see a few more teams in there next time.
That'll be good.
You never know.
Maybe even some clutch gaming.
Possibly.
Possibly.
To be confirmed, that one.
To be confirmed.
So, who do we want to see? Do we want to see more games like that? Do we want to, I like the amount of fighting we had, though.
Yes, no, there was some good amounts of fighting in there. There wasn't any really solo, full protects one sort of. Well, I mean,
I
the
think
first
that's-
draft they tried to, but
I think that style of Dota is generally gone out of
it
fashion.
is. I mean,
Like,
ever since it's gone gang centric.
well, you get so much more gold as compared to creep kills as you do from hero kills now.
Yeah.
So, I think it is that sort of style, and that's when you see a lot more fighting carries. Like, Spectre is coming back, but I do think he can be played as a fighting carry, like we were talking earlier.
It definitely can. I mean, if you look at even our own teammate Spoods,
We have one of the best Spectre players in
one
the
of
world
the best Spectre.
on our team, by the way. Spoods, hope you're watching.
Oh, they want to. Oh, okay.
We have a dog as
we
well,
have a
by the
dog.
way.
Not just a dog, a pug.
Well, Jesus.
This is Luna.
This is why we don't have her on the street.
She's mauling.
Yeah.
She's mauling CK here.
Well, I just got mauled. That was fun. Hope
Turns
you guys
out,
enjoyed the puck on the dash.
Luna is the perfect counter to CK.
Your puns are off the scale.
Don't fuck around.
No. Oh, jeez, that's too much pug for me.
What do we got happening with the team here?
What's happening? We still got to be confirmed.
I hope you like that pug, by the way. You might see him back.
Yeah.
Do they need me to
next time
step
we
in?
need Mad
I'll stand in.
Mad standard.
As long as they don't ban Spirit Breaker, I think I'll be okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, my laptop's gonna die.
Oh no.
It's probably come out over there actually.
Probably fix that.
A technical man needs to plug my laptop in again, please.
Thanks, bro.
The man behind the scenes.
Actually, the man behind the
He
scenes,
deserves a lot of
does.
applause.
He's put this all together pretty much. I mean, all this
done
production
it all.
value. I mean, this is his house.
This is Eden
so-
Lowell. Eden Lowell TV. You're probably watching it on right now.
Yes.
Just follow, subscribe, everything,
Like and all that sort of stuff.
everything you do. think there's a YouTube version too.
Something like that. You might see more pugs, who knows?
But yeah, you'll see a bit of fun. You'll see us mucking around in pubs.
Yeah.
Pubs and pugs.